The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There was a chassan and Kallah that got engaged in Bnei Brak, and they were looking for an apartment. And they were very expensive. And then finally, like about 2 weeks before the chasna, the father of the Kallah found a very, very reasonable apartment in Bnei Brak. And he wanted to sign on it right away. And he told his daughter, you know, we got an apartment and it's very reasonable and we want to buy the apartment. And she said, what's the address? And the father told the address. And she said, no, I'm not moving in there. She said, why not? She said, because in that building, I have a classmate who's not engaged. And she has an older sister who's not engaged. Every time they see me in that apartment, they're going to feel bad. I cannot live in that building because those two sisters live there. And they're both not engaged, and I know they're going to feel bad, especially the older sister. And he said, that's ridiculous. People live all over. We have an apartment that's cheaper. We should buy it. And she wouldn't agree. So they said, okay, let's go to Rab Chaim. They went to Rab Chaim, and Rab Chaim writes. He didn't want to paskin. He said, go to Rab Aaron Leib. Listen to what Rab Aaron Leib said. What would you paskin in that? I mean, it's a very sensitive girl. It's a very beautiful midah on her part. But, you know, it is something important, you know, not to have to pay so much money for an apartment. Rabbi Aaron Leib said, buy the apartment and rent it out. Rent it out to somebody else. And meanwhile, you rent an apartment someplace, and you'll see in the schus of the sensitivity of this Kallah, both sisters are going to get engaged. And 3 months later, the older sister got engaged, and 8 months later, the younger sister got engaged. And after a few months, she was able to move back into that house. Shidduchim are filled with sensitivity and betochen and beautiful, beautiful things. Never, ever, ever panic.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org